My name's Alisa. If you've never met me, my name is Alisa, and today I am here at the 2026 Tribeca Film Festival to interview the writer and director of I Spy with My Little Eye. Judith and Alisa, thank you both so much for joining me today to talk about I Spy with My Little Eye. How are you feeling?
Very overwhelmed. Yesterday was our world premiere, and it was really so beautiful to celebrate it with all the team and cast here in New York for the first time, showing it an audience and receiving all these emotions by the audience. Yeah, so the movie was very special to us.
Yeah, we're very excited to be here.
This film lives in the impossible space between grief and responsibility. What was the specific image or moment that made you think, I can't keep carrying this feeling around and I need to do something with this?
Yeah, for me, it was when I received a box of letters by my mom that my godmother sent me. My mom passed away when I was 6, so a lot of conversations I could never have with her. So now reading those letters, I gained insight into her friendships, and I realized that a lot of aspects in those friendships that I know from the way I have nurtured friendships, and especially also with Alisa because we know each other for quite a while. I decided to write a film about friendship, but also about loss, about suicide, and the consequences it has on the people that are left behind. Because if you have made this experience in your own life, I think it's something that stays with you. And I always knew that I wanted to write about it at some point because for me, writing about it is also kind of helping me process it. A lot of the aspects that I wanted to write about were also aspects from our friendship. It was very obvious for me to approach Alisa with it and ask her if we want to do this together.
Yeah, and so when Judith came to me with this idea 4 years ago, for sure I felt this huge responsibility and also fear to really um, deliver this story. Then I realized, okay, we trust each other so much, and the story needs to be told. I want to see it on the big screen, so we need to do it together as our first feature. I'm so glad we did. For me, it's also very special because through our years together, I realized that friendship for me is often more important than biological family or than romantic relationships. It gives you more support, yeah. And sometimes in other friendships, in different friendships, you feel very overwhelmed when people have mental issues and you don't know how to deal with it, how to help someone. So all these topics of the movie felt quite close to me as well, and I'm glad that we're here today and did this movie together.
You've both said this story mirrors life in ways you didn't anticipate when the process started. Was there a scene or a day on set where the line between the script and your own experiences crumbled?
For me, when like in the scene where the daughter of Solveigh, after Solveigh has just passed, kind of tells Lou to blow the swallows, like the paper swallows, the paper birds, with her, because the grandmother said whenever she feels sad, she should blow them. That is a memory that I have from my childhood, and seeing that happen. I wasn't on set when they shot it, but I saw the material the day after. Um, Obviously, it looked very different, and it's a different situation, and it's different people acting it. But that kind of made me very emotional and remembering that.
Judith, writing a story where the central character is absent but lives in the air through memories is a structural magic trick. Was there a specific reveal about Solveig where you had to fight the urge to show your hand too early?
The film kind of reinvented itself during the editing process. Like, I did not want to reveal to the audience right at the beginning what exactly happened, not just for a suspense reason, but also because when it happens, it is very hard to, openly talk about it and just say what happened, because people are in shock. And yeah, it has a great impact on people. And this just felt right emotionally to also portray for the characters. But then again, the build up and the, like, when do we reveal what and when does which memory come, kind of got restructured during the editing process with Alisa, Billy, and Evelyn. So maybe you can explain that.
I mean, Judith already has written the script very beautifully in a very, I mean, subtle way, that we are never pointing out on this suicide, never really we never show it, we never talk about it, and right at the beginning. But it was clear to us that the story starts with it in a way, and the story also starts with these free time periods. We want to introduce the audience to a friendship that is already there since childhood, and to show the strong bond. And during the editing process, we realized that we need more of that, and that we want to put these memories more associatively rather than chronologically, so that we really can follow the characters' emotions. For example, there's a scene when Yalda, one of the friends who is left behind, waits at the train station for the other friend to come to take now care of the child. Um, and the whole sound is like flushing. You hear the memories also through the sound, children's laughter and everything. And we just jump right into her memory of this beautiful, yet now very hurting childhood that they shared together.
This is your feature debut, but it carries the confidence of a veteran. Was there a moment during production where you felt most out of your depth, and then how did you combat that?
Yeah, definitely. There were several moments where felt that I can't hold this anymore, because for sure it was also very emotional to me to shoot these scenes, to go really into these emotions with the actresses. And also we had really difficult production circumstances, because we had a very small budget. It's a first feature, so we only had 20 days for shooting. But therefore, I'm really grateful that I have a wonderful team behind Merit Madurin, the DOP, and Charlotte Hansen was our first AD. They always created the space on set where we could really settle in, and if things get too stressful, if things got too emotional, we just took our breaks. We breathe in and out and came again in the scenes. And also the actresses, Svenja, Soma, and Saskia, they beautifully did it and supported me. So I had just a wonderful team and cast supporting me. So I knew I can trust myself and trust my intuition, and we will make it.
So you were able to lean on the people around you for a little dependability.
Yeah, and we became friends also. I mean, this movie somehow, even though it's very hard teams, and it gets to your guts, everyone on set laughed afterwards. Everyone was embracing each other. We became a little family and friends, I hope, for several next movies.
The women sift through physical objects that unlock memories. How did the two of you collaborate to make sure the visual language of the past felt true and not just nostalgic?
From a perspective of how we wanted to do it in a visual way with the cinematographer, and also in the editing process, the childhood memories, they are the ones that are the farthest.
Yeah.
So therefore we decided to do it mostly romantic in a way, but also still, when it comes to conflicts, we take them serious, the children, and also what is happening in the moments. And yet the children knew how they can cope with the problems coming. They knew how to support each other in a playful way, at least. And therefore, this time period maybe can seem mostly romanticized, but still has it an honest core. And then there's the other time period where the three of them are already adults, but still younger than today. And in this time period, I would say we spent a summer on Crete. It's a beautiful location. Actually, it's a holiday summer, so you should feel this nostalgic feeling of, okay, wow, this is all so beautiful and great, but still there are conflicts lying underneath it. And you feel it through the sound, through the beautiful written script, that these conflicts are still there. Even though there are some memories that are very beautifully, they have an impact on the present, that you feel like, okay, this is what they lost and what is, and now in the present.
How did you translate the emotional weight into something your young actor who plays a 5-year-old could play?
I'm really grateful we had a child actor specialist on set who would prepare our actress Marlene on the role, and we always explained to her that this is only a character you're playing and this is not you. That was also really interesting because at some point she would just start to give everyone on set names, because she was like, I'm Zina now, so you are now Marlene, and you are I don't know who. And then she did it in this playful way. She understood, okay, this is only a game, but still, the child, or children in general, they mirror emotions, and this was also how we worked, and it was really tough. But for sure, when Svenja, who's playing Lou, was crying, the child couldn't do different but react on it. And so she really went into this emotion, and it was also important to us to have the space to not do it too often, but to say, we take just a few takes, and if it's done and if it's good, we have it, and we don't want to put the child into too deep emotion that she can't get out of.
Female solidarity on screen often flattens in between rivalry or being a ride or die, but your film captures love stretched thin by years and pain. What did you learn about the actual texture of long term friendship in making the movie?
I can't say if I learned it or if it just strengthened my belief that friendships never have to be only easy and beautifully and everything is glossy. And also, I believe that there are enough movies about female friendship that are very romanticized in a way, or girly. But for us, I believe that friendships, the same like also families, can be really tough and hard, and still you stick together and you go through difficult times together, and care for each other and take responsibility for each other. And this is what I would love the audience also to feel and to embrace. Yeah, and after the movie, just call your best friend and say how much you love her.
I mean, going through this process, I think what I took from it is so important that we talk. If we are, for instance, in a situation of a triangular friendship and one person observes something and the other one doesn't, it is always good to communicate with each other, to talk to each other, and pull everyone in. So yeah, for me, it's also I hope that the film kind of encourages us and also the audience to kind of look closely talk about things even if they're uncomfortable, and not just let someone slip through, the cracks. And yeah.
Last question. Solveig is gone but not forgotten. What do you guys hope someone who has lost a friend carries with them when they leave the theater?
I would say that you are never alone with it, and you can rely on your friends, on the ones who are closest to you, even if it's difficult times, and even if you have a lot of conflicts unresolved. You have to go through this process together and not alone.
Yeah, and I would also like to add on this note that I think suicide is a topic that we don't like to talk about a lot, because whenever something like that happens, it triggers a lot of questions of like guilt and responsibility, and it's very uncomfortable, which is why people often feel alone with it. But making this movie, I also realized how many people are affected by it. It happens in all the families, among a lot of friend circles. And yeah, opening up to other people and talking more about it can help you process it, but is also important for prevention of it. So
Totally.
yeah,
Totally.
we should look closely at each other and stick together. And yeah.
Absolutely. Judith and Alisa, thank you both so much for joining me today.
Thank you for this interview.
Thank you so much for watching today's interview on Sunday Morning Juice. If you loved anything that you saw, or if you know somebody who will, send this to them. Subscribe, drop a like, drop a comment, and we will see you back here next week.